Hello, welcome to CKE 10,001's gaming channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my Sword Art Online Yuuki into Last Shot deck profile. This deck build runs 16 level 0s, 12 level 1s, 5 level 2s, 9 level 3s, and 8 climax cards. The first card we're going to take a look at is Sister, Fawn of her brother Lifa. This card has two effects. The first is auto. This ability activates once per turn. When you use an act effect, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 1000 power until the end of turn. The second is auto. When a climax is placed in your climax area, you can pay one stock. If you do, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to one avatar or net character from among them, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and put the rest into your waiting room. So it's a good way to plus if you don't have the level 1 combo ready in hand. And then I'm running 3 copies of, let me focus in on this a bit. Comforting Moment Asuna. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from hand, you may return 2 characters in your waiting room to your deck. If you do, this card gets +1 soul until end of turn. The second effect is when this card becomes reversed in battle, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is level 1 or higher, you may put this card into your stock. Running that at 3 copies. The next card I'm running is Temporary Alliance Kirito. I'm running this card for its second effect only, which is at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may put the top card of your deck into your waiting room. If that card is an avatar or character, you may move this card to an open position of your center stage. So it's just a mill runner. Next up is the Brainstormer for the deck. It's the yellow Brainstormer on stage Asuna. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. During your turn, all your other characters get 500 power. The second effect is activate Brainstorm, pay 1, rest 2. And then for each climax revealed, you can search your deck for up to 1 avatar or net character. Reveal it to your opponent, put your hand, and shuffle your deck. We're running it at 2 copies. Next up are the 1-ofs for the deck. 4 1-ofs. The first card I want to take a look at is the Time to Get Serious Kirito. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, this card gets 1500 power. The second is when this card's bad opponent was reversed, you can choose one of your other avatar net characters, rest it, move it to an open position of your backstage. The next card is Kendo Boot Camp Sugaha. 2 effects. The first is a downside. All your other characters can't side attack. And the second effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, pitch a card. If you do, search your deck for an avatar or net character. And then we have Gathering Material Silica. It has 2 effects. The first is on play from hand. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an avatar or net, add it to your hand and then discard a card. So it's a filter outlet. And the second effect is a level 0 bomber. And the fourth card is the Ideal Self Sinon. When the card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, take a hit. If you do, you can search your deck for a level 2 or higher character and add it to your hand. And then for level 1s, I'm running 4 copies of Determination with Life on the Line Kirito. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, reveal top card of your deck. If it's an avatar net, this card gets 2000 power. And then the second effect is when this card is put into a waiting room from your stage, you can reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you reveal 1 or more cards, choose up to 1 avatar net character from one of them, add it to your hand, put the rest into waiting room, and then choose a card in your hand and discard it. Then my level 1 combo is Zekken Yuuki. The first effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, this card gets X power. X equals to 500 multiplied by the number of avatar net characters you have. Second effect is the climax combo. When this card attacks, if a card named Mother's Rosario is in your climax area, you may pay 1, pitch a card. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 avatar or net characters, reveal to your opponent, put it in your hand, and then this card gets 1 level until the opponent's next turn. Then the next card I'm running is SAO Survivor Asuna on Kazuto. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. During your opponent's turn, all your other avatar or net characters get 1000 power. And then the second ability is when this card is placed on stage from hand, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose to 1 card from among them, add it to your hand, put the rest into your waiting room, then choose a card in your hand and put it into the waiting room. Just one of the ways to get a climax card into your hand. And then I'm running 2 copies of Vice Commander Asuna back. When you use this card's backup, if the number of avatar net characters you have is 2 or more, choose one of your characters and that character gets 1k power until the end of turn. So when you use this backup effect, you can actually split that power to 2 different characters. So that's what's unique about this backup in comparison to other more recent backups. Next up are the one-ofs at level 2. The first card is Opposition by the Shield. It's a 2/3 event counter. You choose a character in battle, and that character gets the following ability until end of turn. This card cannot deal damage to a player. So that's a way to kind of save yourself. And next up is the level 2 backup, Gathering Materials Lifa. When you use this card's backup, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an avatar or net character, put it into your hand. Choose a card in your hand and put it into the waiting room. So it digs one card deeper to get that climax block if you need it. And then I'm running one copy of Machine of Ice Xenon. The first is Continuous Assist. All your characters in front of this card get 1000 power. Second is Activate, rest this card, and then you can choose your opponent's character, and then they can't play backups or events during that card's battle. Next up is The Reason I Won't Lose Kirito. When this card becomes reversed, if the level of this card's battle opponent is higher than your opponent's level, you may put that character on the bottom of your opponent's deck. And then the last one of I'm running is Adventure with Everyone Xenon. It has 2 effects. The first is on play, pay 1, pitch a climax, choose another climax in your waiting room, return to your hand. So it's a climax swapper. And the second is when this card attacks, if this card is facing level 3 or higher, this card gets X power. X equals to 1000 multiplied by the number of avatar and characters you have. Next up are the level 3s. I'm running 4 copies of Last Shot Xenon. It has 3 effects. The first is when it's placed on stage from your hand, you heal 1 damage. The second is the climax combo. When this card attacks, if a card named Phantom Bullet is in your climax area, you can pay 2 stock, pitch a card. If you do, deal 4 damage to your opponent. And when this damage is cancelled, this card gets 3500 power until the end of opponent's next turn. And it has a downside of when this card becomes reversed in battle, you have to put this card into your memory. And then I have, so the climax card is a book trigger, and then there's 5 one-ofs in this deck. And I'm going to look at one of them each at a time. The first card is the Asuna, level 3. It's Overcoming Fear Asuna. First effect is on play heal. The second is when this card attacks, if a card named Mother's Rosario is in your climax area, you can discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, put the top 11 cards of your deck into your waiting room, deal X damage to your opponent, and then this card gets 3000 power. X equals the number of soul trigger icons. Revealing the cards, and then I'm running 1 copy of this early play Link Strike Xenon. If you have 4 or more avatar character, it gets -1 level in hand. And then when this card is placed on stage from your hand, or by the auto effect of Link Strike Kirito, you draw up to 1 card, and this card gets 2000 power. Third is the Restand effect. When the middle position character attacks, you can pay 1, pitch 2 cards, and then mill 3 cards. If climax revealed, you restand this card. And then this is also an early play. If the number of climaxes in your waiting room is 2 or less, it gets -1 level. And when this card is placed, it heals and it gives power for the third effect. And then the Lifa is Adventure with Everyone Lifa. First effect is it gets power. Second is it grabs a card on play. Third is Clock Kick by discarding 2 characters. And you can grab a climax for that Xenon. And then the last, Full of Vigor Yui, 3 effects. The first is it gets power. Second is it messes up with your opponent's stock. And third is during your opponent's turn, when damage you receive is not cancelled, if this card's in your center stage, you top check, and you can put on top or in your waiting room. And then I'm running 4 of the level 3 climax combo climaxes, Phantom Bullet for the level 3 finisher. And I'm running 4 copies of Mother's Rosario for the level 1 combo. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check EncoreDecks.com and the link in the description below for an overview of this deck build.